Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, I get all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the honors of our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who do well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful, like this pushes great gospel of sincerity and truth. Brother Hezekiah Yahweh from the great millstone, Champagne Camp. Now coming at you another lesson through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Lord will it be edifying. So we got this article from the WHO, or the World Health Organization. And this whole mpox, been going around, which it's another little infectious disease, whatever. Not as well, we'll get some facts on it. They'll just read it for itself, but we're just gonna go ahead and go into it. So this article came out August 26, 2024, so pretty much last month. Hopefully you're Jacob's trouble, but going on, it says here's the key facts. Mpox, previously known as monkeypox, is a viral illness caused by the monkeypox virus, a species of the genus Orthopoxvirus. There are two distinct clades of the virus. Clade 1 with subclades 1A and 1B, and clade 2 with subclades 2A and 2B. In 2022 to 2023, a global outbreak of Mpox was caused by the clade 2B strain. Mpox continues to be a threat today. An upsurge of cases in the Dominican Republic of the Congo and other countries caused by the clade 1A and 1B has raised concern. I think something else had came up in Morocco. They stopped the flights and stuff around that area, due to this. And it says now, it says there are wikis for Mpox. It says wikis should be considered along with other public health interventions because, of course, because these wikis are supposed to help you, right? They're supposed to stop this, they're supposed to stop that. But in these previous years, with the whole the crown that came out, a lot of the wikis was putting a lot of people to death. And ultimately, it was through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. But when they keep saying that they here for peace and safety, then what happened? Sudden destruction come. So yeah, they want you to take these, and ultimately, these are doing more harm to you than what said whichever said disease that you may contract. If you go into the history of these things, but going on, it says common symptoms of Mpox are a skin rash or mucosal lesions, which can last 2 to 4 weeks, accompanied by fever, headache, muscle aches, back pain, low energy, and swollen lymph nodes. Then when you go out there and you get diagnosed with that, and there's a whole other another variety of issues that they could say that you have, or may say, oh, you got the crown now to this, or you got influenza, you got this. So these symptoms, they all really similar, and they can play it whichever way. But at the end of the day, this is what the Lord's putting in the world. It says Mpox can be transmitted through close contact with someone who has Mpox with contaminated materials or with infected animals during pregnancies. The iris may be passed to the fetus or to the newborn during or after birth. Mpox is treated with supportive care for symptoms such as pain and fever, with close attention to nutrition, hydration, skin care, prevention of secondary infections, and treatment of co-infections, including HIV, where present. So, let me see. Let me just read this part. It says Mpox is an infectious disease that can cause painful rash, enlarged lymph nodes, fever, headache, muscle aches, back pain, low energy. Most people fully recover, but some get very sick. And again, like, you can go up there and, like I said, you had this, and then you come back, well, actually, you got the case of this. Now we need you to take that, we need to take this. So when it comes to these pestilences, they can, so many agendas can be, derived from it. That's why the scripture speaks about we not being ignorant of Satan's devices, right? Because you go, it's just like when you take your car to the auto shop. You go in there because the brakes are wrong, and then you go there, get your treatment, whatever your diagnosis, whatever the case may be. They work on you, come back. Oh, now you need alignment. Oh, now you need this. See, this is what they can play off of that, and they can and how they mess with the numbers and mess with that. Ultimately, mess with the fear of the people, the propaganda. So when it comes to these, as we've seen how the crown shut everything down, this is one one vehicle, so to speak, that can drive mass hysteria, drive lockdowns, drive that order up at KO, But, just as simply the latest thing that's going on with the crown still out there, influenza, this and that, all these other things coming on. So we already know what they can do when it comes to so-called sicknesses or, illnesses or a virus, how they can shut the world down. I got another one right here, an article from livemint.com, and it reads, can Mpox bring another crown-like pandemic? Expert says we should be worried, right? And this came out September 14, 2024. So what's that? Was that yesterday? A couple days ago? And just reading it say the WHO has just approved Bavarian Nordic's, Vicky for mpox, the first to be cleared for use in African countries affected by the outbreak. And they also know they always like to go in Africa, which again, we gonna say this, we are not Hamites, but we did have communities in the land of Ham. We had people, our people was taken from the west coast of Africa down to South Africa. And we also had our people that was taken to the eastern parts of Africa as well due to the slave trade with the Ishmael, the Arabs on the eastern side of Africa, so to speak. So we know they like to go down there and test on people, use them as human guinea pigs, so forth and so on, and they be mainly targeting us. But again, we're not Hamites, we Shemitic. We come from the line of Shem down through Eber, Abraham, down to, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, so on. So it says, with the Union Health Ministry advisory to intensify screening after the first case of mpox was reported in India on September 8, 2024, concerns. So now there's India. So, India, I don't know if they surpassed China, but China and India, they both hold over 1 billion people just in their countries. They may be close to both to be 2 billion, close to that, But going on, it says, so imagine that, one person there and you spread this and that, hey, it could turn into something. But going on, it says, concerns has risen about the spread of the disease in the country. The fear comes years after Crown and the impact it left on the country's health infrastructure. It says, should India be worried? Mpox, speaking to Live Mint, Dr. Arun Gupta, president of the Delhi Medical Council, said there is significant worry regarding to the spread of the disease. Yes, we should be worried. In this era of people moving fast across the globe, chances of spreading infections across the country is very high, Dr. Gupta told Mint, noting that a high degree of alertness was required for people coming from abroad. On September 8th, the first case of mpox in India was suspected in a young male patient who recently traveled from a country currently experiencing mpox transmission. So then, how many other people could have done that? Just how they can play it. Dr. Anant Bhan, a public health researcher from Bhopal, advised that countries like India should keep a close watch on any cases which emerge due to people arriving from abroad. Mpox has caused a global outbreak in 2022, so a close watch on current trends is needed. But the possibility of turning to a pandemic seems to be low at this point in time, right? So the possibility is low, But again, they're going to say it's less fatal as compared to Crown, but there are high chances of mpox spreading globally. Further, another expert speaking to Live Mint, a consultant physician from Kolkata, said as if with zoonotic diseases or transferred from animals, there's a strong possibility that this disease may spread globally. So it's a strong possibility that it can spread globally, though it's not as fatal. But again, how they can drive the fear and the hysteria of the people, they can, mess with the numbers, the charts and all this, and it's more deadly. Then on top of that, see, it's more than one strings, just like when it came with the Crown. It was I don't know how many strains, you lost count. But they can always say, well, this strain is more deadly, or this one's more deadly. See, that's how they can play with these things. That's why I would say, again, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Because Satan can, Esau, Edom, they can play it however they want to. Oh, it is stronger. Actually, it is more fatal. Oh, now more people are dying. Now this or that. And now, chaos is erupting around the globe again. So I'm not saying, it's going to be one like that again. But it can be. Not also disregarding in other articles, they talk about something called Disease X. And we don't know what the hell that is, but they talking about that ain't nothing going to be able to, that's what they expecting to happen. Whatever it is, what they going to pull or play, whatever the case may be. But that's something to still be paying attention to as well, because they said they ain't going to have no treatment at all. How they know these things? You be my guess. But at the end of the day, I look at it as something that the Lord will bring to where, hey, you think your technology can fix it, this and that, or can make it worse or make it better. But the Lord says something that you can't treat at all. And that's what we believe through the Spirit that's going to happen. And that could be the other driving force that lock everything down. But just get a little information on that in certain areas. Like I said, the latest article went on, it was in Morocco. But, hey, man, the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Shai at the end of the day. No matter how severe or mild, or however you may take it, the seriousness of it, hey, at the end of the day, hey, prophecy is coming to pass. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The people of the Lord are you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And the words of prophecy means to say before. So these warnings are going out before they actually happen, they actually come to pass. But some of them, even the warnings still coming out when they are presently happening. Like with these pestilences, these famines and rumors of war, so forth and so on. They're presently happening. So the Lord even still being, merciful and still extending the arm out to, hey man, get right with him, so that you may be preserved from the said perils. But going on, it says, and again, it say the Lord, it say, which I will put in thy mouth. So these are the words that the Lord is putting in the mouth of his prophets. They're not just speaking out the side of their neck, so to speak, or out of their own heart. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, right? Because, hey, that's why we have these scriptures. They say, well, for they are faithful and true, right? Because the Lord is not a man that he should lie. It say, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity or unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So we don't feel no slander. We don't feel no derogatory terms. We don't fear no threats. We don't fear nothing from you people, because we understand that comes with the ministry, right? That's ultimately when the Lord woke us up and we made that vow to serve him. Hey, we accepted everything that it came with. So especially we ain't gonna fear what no unbeliever got to say. Because the next verse say this about the unbelievers: for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Like, you gonna die in your unfaithfulness. So at the end of the day, we don't fear what the hell you talk about, what you say you're gonna do, because we know you can't do nothing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He gonna judge accordingly to those who don't believe, and to those who do harm to his prophets and to his servants. Like he say, hey, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Roughly paraphrasing. So it says this: Behold, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, I will bring the plagues upon the world. And this is another plague as well. This pestilence, but also the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And these things are running rampant throughout the earth, but the Lord going to turn that up as well as we get closer and closer to the end. And why is this happening? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. See, just complete wickedness has polluted the whole earth. And the hurtful works are fulfilled. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So the earth is given to the hand of wicked people. How the hell you think the vibration of the world is going to be? It ain't going to be righteous. Complete wickedness. And who's the wicked? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Right? I'm going to jump down. It says, down here. It's like, yeah. Well, I'm going to get 14. It say, 2 15 to 24. Woe to them that sin, right? What's sin? That's the transgression of the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So if the law's done away with, these things will be disannulled. Why would the Lord could just take it out? Why would it still be here? But we understand that, hey, and he say, hey, we must all stand before the judgment seat. But so what you being judged by if there's no law? If there's no laws to comply with, right? They say what? And what? Oh, here's the kicker. And keep not my commandments. So it is a requirement to keep the commandments to the best of your ability, saith the Lord. They say, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power to defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him. Right? He know everybody that sin against him. Now, again, we're not saying that we live a sinless, perfect life. No. We still sin as well, but, hey, we try not to. You know what I'm saying? We don't live the life of a sinner. Like, you got people say, well, you sin, well, everybody's saying, I'm just going to do it to him. I'm going to do it to the end come. No, that's not the mindset to have. And at the end of the day, hey, man's going to the Lord. So it's one thing to sin, it's one thing to be a complete sinner. Slacky. Right? It says, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. So the ones who just live in the life of sin and iniquity, don't give a damn about the statutes of the Lord, don't give a damn about considering what he say, his words, what he instructs us to do, man, he gonna deliver you unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, man. You gonna remain in them. The Lord had brought these plagues upon the earth because why? The wickedness that had polluted the earth. Now the plagues are set as what? An amendment or a correction. As far as what, for the people's actions, what they do with the works of their own hands. it says, for Yahweh Shemel Shai, and like I said, you're going to remain in them. So they're going to continue to remain here until we be delivered. For Yahweh Shemel Shai shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. So keep living that wicked ass lifestyle, you Israelites. To hell with you other nations, the heathen nations, but you Jakes. You so-called black people, you so-called Mexicans, like your Latinos, your neighbor, y'all people, even the ones who scattered amongst to the four corners of the earth, who go back to the seed line of Jacob. Y'all ass too. So hey, the Lord he gonna destroy you if you don't get right. But it's up to him to wake you up anyway. Right? And I'm gonna finish it off with this. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You a fool if you say this ain't going on. The current nation that you live in, it has rivals and against the different nations, like Russia and China and Iran and ultimately eventually gonna be like the BRIC nations and stuff like that. Like your own nation is against other nations, right? You see proxy wars, you see civil wars, you see all these things going on right now. If you're paying attention, those who have eyes to see. It says, and there shall be, so it will be, it's inevitable. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of the sorrows, and this is written in the red letter. These are the actual words of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And if the Lord say it's gonna happen to them, and that's what it's gonna be. But it's up to but ultimately, just give them a little insight on this Mpox deal. You still got the crown coming out there. You still got other things going on here and there. But you got to understand that these plagues, these pestilences, these diseases, so to speak, they play a part in the prophecies of Yahweh Shemel Shai, ultimately numbering the days that we're in, showing that we are at the end of the end. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the body. I want to get all prayers, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, with the honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the whole full elect. Shalom.